If you own a business doing between $1 and $10 million a year and your best sales conversation still depend on you being in the room, this video is for you. Because YouTube can turn your knowledge into a salesperson that educates potential clients before they even speak to your team. And with one well-built Claude skill, you can turn your expertise, customer questions, case studies, and sales conversation into useful YouTube content without becoming a full-time content creator. But there is an important warning. If you simply ask Claude to write a viral YouTube script, it will probably give you generic content that sounds like everybody else. The advantage does not come from using AI. The advantage comes from teaching AI how your business thinks. In this video, I'll show the exact system. How to decide what videos your ideal clients actually need. How to build a Claude skill around your business. How to turn that skill into strong natural scripts. And how to connect those videos to real business growth, not just views. Part 1. Your goal is not to become an influencer. Let's begin with the biggest mistake business owners make on YouTube. They copy creators whose business model is getting views. But if you run a real company, your goal is different. You do not necessarily need a million subscribers. You need the right people to discover you, trust you, and understand why your company is the right choice. Imagine a potential client is considering a $50,000 engagement. Before that client speaks to your sales team, they may search your name, they may search the problem they are trying to solve, they may compare your approach with another solution. If they find 5 useful videos where you clearly explain their problem, show your process, answer their objections, and demonstrate proof, the sales conversation changes. You are no longer a stranger asking for trust. You are the expert who has already helped them. That is the business value of YouTube. It creates trust at scale. Your videos can keep educating people while you are serving clients, leading your team, or sleeping. So do not begin by asking what could get the most views. Ask what does a qualified buyer need to understand before they are ready to work with us. That question will produce much better business content. Part 2. The 3 types of videos your business needs. For a business channel, I recommend starting with 3 categories of content. The first is problem content. This helps a potential client understand what is going wrong. For example, why your sales team is getting more calls but closing fewer deals, or the real reason your paid advertising stops working when you scale. The second is solution content. This explains your method, your framework, or the available options. For example, the 3 systems you need before hiring another salesperson, or SEO versus paid advertising, which one makes sense at your stage. The third is proof content. This includes case studies, demonstrations, breakdowns, lessons from experience, and honest explanation of what did not work. For example, how we reduced a client's sales cycle and why we changed fast. Or we tested 3 lead generation systems. Here's what actually happened. Problem content creates recognition. Solution content creates authority. Proof content reduces risks. Together, these videos help move someone from I have a problem to I trust this company to help me solve it. That is the content journey your Claude skill needs to understand. Part 3. What a Claude skill actually does. A Claude skill is not just one long prompt. Think of it as a reusable operating manual for a specific job. In this case, the job is turning your company's real knowledge into high-quality YouTube content. The skill can contain instructions about who your ideal clients are, what you sell, what problems you solve, how your customers describe those problems, what makes your approach different, what proof you have, how you speak, and which claims Claude is never allowed to invent. Instead of explaining all of that every time you need a script, you teach it once and improve it over time. This is important because the best business content is not built from general internet knowledge. It is built from information your company already has. Sales call transcripts, customer interviews, frequently asked questions, support tickets, case studies, webinars, founder voice notes, proposals, and objections your sales team hears every week. Most businesses are sitting on years of valuable content. It is simply trapped inside conversations and documents. The Claude skill helps you organize and reuse it. Part 4. How to build the skill. Here's the simple setup. Open Claude, go to Customize, then Skills. Use the skill creator and give it this instruction. Create a skill called Business YouTube Strategist. This skill should turn our customer research, sales conversations, case studies, offer, and founder expertise into clear YouTube videos. It must generate strategic video ideas, titles, thumbnail concepts, outlines, spoken scripts, and natural calls to action. It must use only the proof we provide and must never invent results, testimonials, statistics, guarantees, or urgency. Claude will help create the skill. But before you use it, give it 5 categories of information. Number 1, your ideal client. Do not simply write business owners. Be specific. What type of business do they run? What is their approximate revenue? Who normally makes the buying decision? What problem makes them start looking for help? What have they already tried? And what prevents them from taking action? For this channel, the audience might be founders and marketing leaders at businesses doing between $1 and $10 million a year who have strong expertise but no reliable system for turning that expertise into YouTube content. That is much more useful than entrepreneurs. Number 2, your offer. Explain what you sell, the outcome it is designed to create, and who should not buy it. Include the process, typical timeline, price range if appropriate, common objections, and the next step a qualified viewer should take. Claude should understand the offer, but it should not force the offer into every paragraph. The content must be useful first. Number 3, customer language. This may be the most valuable section. Add real phrases from sales calls, emails, reviews, comments, and customer interviews. If customer says, "We know we should be on YouTube, but our founder does not have time," preserve that sentence. Do not replace it with corporate language such as "Our organization lacks sufficient content production bandwidth." Use the language buyers actually use. That is what makes a script feel relevant. Number 4, proof. Add your case studies, examples, process screenshots, customer outcomes, and lessons from direct experience. Be clear about which facts can be shared publicly. If a result is confidential, Claude should not use it. If a number cannot be verified, Claude should not improve it just because a bigger number sounds more impressive. AI can help present proof, it cannot manufacture proof. Number 5, your voice. Keep the skill transcripts from videos, podcasts, calls, or presentations where you sound natural. Then describe the voice using simple rules. For example, use short sentences, explain one idea at a time, sound experienced, not arrogant, avoid fake urgency, use examples instead of jargon, and never imitate another creator. Now your skill has something most AI-generated content does not have: context. Part 5, the workflow for every video. Once the skill is built, do not immediately ask it for a complete script. Use a clear sequence. First, give it one business goal. For example, we want to attract owners of professional service businesses that have expertise but no consistent content system. Second, ask it to identify the most expensive or urgent questions that audience has. Third, choose one question for one video. Do not try to answer everything at once. Then is this prompt. Use the business YouTube strategies skill. Create a video for owners of $1 to $10 million businesses who want to use YouTube to generate qualified demand. The video should explain how a Claude skill can turn their internal expertise into consistent content. Generate 10 titles, 3 thumbnail concepts, a structured outline, and 3 different hooks. Do not write the full script yet. Why not request the full script immediately? Because strategy and packaging come first. A brilliant script cannot rescue a topic the right people do not care about. Review the titles, review the promise, ask would our ideal client recognize themselves and their problem. Once you choose the strongest direction, ask Claude to write the script. Use this prompt. Write the full spoken script using the selected title and hook. Make it simple enough to understand on the first listen. Use our customer language and approved proof. Start with the viewer's problem, teach the solution clearly, and connect it naturally to the next step. Remove repetition, jargon, unsupported claims, and anything that sounds like generic AI writing. Then give the draft to the founder or subject matter expert. This part matters. The expert should add a real opinion, a real story, a specific example, and something they know from experience that cannot be found on the first page of a Google search. Claude creates structure and speed. Your experience creates the reason to watch. Part 6. How to make the content convert. Now let's connect the video to business growth. Every video should have one intended viewer, one problem, and one logical next step. If the video teaches someone how to audit their content strategy, the next step could be a content audit checklist. If the video explains why their YouTube channel is not creating leads, the next step could be another video about building a buyer-focused content plan. If the viewer clearly needs help implementing the complete system, the next step could be an application or strategy call. The call to action should feel like the next chapter, not a commercial break. Here's the example. If you run a business doing between $1 and $10 million a year and want help turning your expertise into a complete YouTube content system, there is an application below. We will look at your audience, your offer, and your current content and determine whether we can genuinely help. That call to action qualifies the audience again. It doesn't pressure everyone, and it connects directly to the problem discussed in the video. Also, do not judge this strategy only by subscriber count. Track how many qualified viewers watch, how many return, how many visit your website, how many mention a video on a sales call, whether prospects understand your offer clearly, whether the sales cycle becomes easier, and finally, whether content influences real opportunities and revenue. A video with 5,000 views from the right market can be more valuable than a video with 500,000 views from people who will never buy. The goal is not empty reach, the goal is qualified trust. Part 7. Create a feedback loop. Your Claude skills should improve as your channel launches. After publishing, review 2 kinds of feedback. First, review YouTube feedback. Did the title and thumbnail earn attention? Why did viewers stop watching? Which examples held attention? Did viewers continue to another video? Second, review business feedback. Did qualified prospects respond? What questions did they ask? Did the video attract the type of client you want? Did it create confusion anywhere? Add those lessons back into the skill. For example, our audience responds strongly to operational case studies. Avoid beginner level explanations. Videos about content volume attract freelancers, but videos about founder expertise attract established business owners. Our buyers care more about qualified pipeline than total views. Now the next script is informed by your actual market response. Publish, measure, update skill, improve. This is where the system becomes powerful. The skill is not a document you create once and forget. It becomes a living content playbook for your business. Part 8. A simple 30-day implementation plan. If you want to build this system, here's what I would do over the next 30 days. During week 1, collect the raw material, gather your best sales calls, customer questions, case studies, offer documents, and founder recordings. During week 2, build the Claude skill and generate a list of 30 buyer-focused video ideas. Choose the ideas based on relevance to your ideal client, not just potential reach. During week 3, create the first 3 scripts. 1 problem video, 1 solution video, and 1 proof video. Record them simply. You do not need a television studio. Clear audio, a clear frame, and valuable thinking are enough to begin. During week 4, publish, study the response, and update the skill. Then repeat the process at a pace your team can maintain. The proven principle is answer real buyer questions, demonstrate real expertise, package the ideas clearly, publish consistently, and improve based on real responses. Claude simply helps your business do that work faster and more systematically. If your business is already doing between $1 and $10 million a year, you probably do not have an information problem, you have a distribution problem, your company already has valuable expertise, it lives inside your head, your team, your calls, and your client work. A well-built Claude skill can help you extract that expertise. YouTube can help you distribute it. And the right content can build trust with potential clients long before they speak to sales. Do not use AI to create more generic content. Use it to make your company's best thinking easier to access. If you run a business doing between $1 and $10 million a year and want help building this complete YouTube and Claude content system around your expertise, use the application link below. We will review your audience, offer, and current content. And if we believe we can genuinely help, we'll show you what the system could look like for your business. If you want more practical strategies for using YouTube to grow a real company, subscribe. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.